Hello everyone and welcome back to the breakdown. Today I'm going to be going over a $1,500 gaming PC build that'll also allow you to stream to Twitch, record videos, do all of that stuff all in one system, all for less than $1,500. It's crazy how much PC parts have came down, and I can't wait to get on into this. But first, you can check out any and all the parts that I mentioned in this video in the description down below, linked on Amazon. If you go down there and purchase anything on Amazon through any of those links, it does help support our channel, so thank you very, very much for doing that in advance. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump on into this build. First and foremost, let's talk about our processor, which is an AMD Ryzen 7 1800X. This is a great CPU, and sure, it's a bit older now, but you'll see why once we get through this entire build, and specifically when I start talking about the bottleneck that this build has. It's virtually nothing, guys, but nevertheless, that is our CPU, and it's going to be great for exporting videos. Any and all games are going to have plenty of cores in this 8-core processor, and speed-wise, it's super fast. So, great stuff there. Now, this doesn't come with a CPU cooler, so we need one. And we're going to be going with a Noctua NHD15 air-cooled CPU cooler. This is going to be plenty to keep things cool and actually allow for a little bit of overclocking, if not quite a bit of overclocking. It really just depends on what overclock settings you go with, but you're going to be able to overclock with this CPU cooler without any problems. Now from there, what are we going with for our motherboard? Well, we're going with an MSI X470 Gaming Plus full ATX AM4 motherboard. This is going to support up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to give us plenty of options for graphics cards and Wi-Fi cards and any expansion cards you want to add in later, like even a, say a capture card. You can throw this into this system because this motherboard will allow for it, and it's a newer motherboard, meaning we're going to have even more upgrade options over time. So great stuff there. That's exactly what I like to see. An upgradable motherboard, because the motherboard really is the base of your system, and we've got a good one here. From there though, what about our RAM? Well, we're going with two 8GB sticks of G.Skill Ripjaws 5 DDR4-3200 MHz RAM. This isn't going to be the most RAM out there, but right now RAM prices are still pretty high, and because of that I wanted to throw 16 gigabytes in this system instead of 32. If you want to add in 32, just buy two more 8GB DDR4 3200 MHz sticks and throw them in here, and you'll be able to upgrade to 32 gigabytes of RAM without any problems. And guys, you'll never need more than 32 gigabytes of RAM right now, even with intense video editing, unless you're editing like 8K footage. So yeah, and if you are, this system isn't for you. At most, edit 4K with this thing, and with that, 16 gigabytes is enough for gaming and recording and editing at 1080p, and even a lot of times at 4K and all of that stuff. 16 gigabytes of RAM will be good enough for you. Now, what about storage? Well, for our hard storage, we are going with two hard drives. One is a SSD from Samsung, specifically a 1TB Samsung 860 EVO SSD. These things have came down so much in price that why wouldn't you put one in your build? For 150 bucks, you can get a 1TB Samsung SSD? What? Yeah, of course you're going to put this in your system, so go ahead and do it. Honestly, if you're looking for an upgrade on your system right now, this is one of the best bang for your buck areas that you can get one. Get a 1TB SSD, because you will have so much speed that you didn't even know was possible with Windows. It really is crazy. But from there, I'm also going to assume you're going to have quite a bit of games on this thing, because this is going to be a pretty awesome gaming machine. So I went ahead and threw in a 4TB Western Digital Caviar Blue as well. That can be for your deep storage, any video files you have, any things like that, as well as any huge games. I still wouldn't recommend putting like a 150 gigabyte or even a 100 gigabyte game on your SSD. I keep it more clean and cleared out, and because of that, you can put that on your 4TB HDD. Now, we're still missing one major part of this PC, and that is our graphics card. And for that, we're going with an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070 Ti. This is an 8GB graphics card, and it is going to, with our CPU, produce just a 6% bottleneck. Yeah, you didn't hear that wrong. You're only going to bottleneck at 6% with this thing, which is basically no bottleneck. People like CyberPower PC and all of those guys try to get within a 10% bottleneck. So the fact that we're at 6% is nearly in the margin of error and absolutely incredible. So yeah, this is a very well balanced and solid build. From our graphics card though, we still need a case and a power supply, and our case is going to be a Fractal Design Focus G ATX mid-tower case. Now you can check out more cases for or under $50. At the eye up there, this one's actually over $50. Really, your case doesn't matter here as long as it fits a full ATX motherboard, guys. So yeah, whatever case you want to go with is fine, but the one I'm including in this build is the one from Fractal Designs. From there, what about our power supply? Where I'm overkilling our power supply here a bit, just so you can upgrade over time. I like for you to be able to upgrade the builds that I, give you guys, and this one is upgradable very, very much so, especially with our EVGA Supernova G1 1000 watt fully modular power supply. That means you're going to be able to keep your cables nice and neat and everything like that, while still being able to upgrade over time with over 1,000 watts. This system uses less than 400 watts out of the gate, guys. So plenty of room on our power supply here for you to even add in, say, a 1080 Ti, or maybe even one of the new, 280 or 2080 Ti's or something like that in the future. From there, though, what is our final price? Well, the final price of this build comes in just under $1,500 at $1,498.72 at the time I am recording this video. It'll fluctuate up a couple dollars and down a couple dollars, I'm sure, but that's what it is at the time I'm making this video. If you have any other suggestions for parts or anything like that, post them in the comment section down below. Any other build guides you would like to see me, though, post those in the comment section down below as well. My name is Nick. This has been The Breakdown Tech. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I am out, guys. Peace.